Hi, toppers and dream makers. I am excited about this week. Just think, this is the week of Christmas. It has come up way too fast. And I'm sure we all have different plans. Some this week, maybe some next week, maybe some last week. I know my daughter goes into January and February with her Christmas plans with family members. So Christmas is interesting because it can be so different. And of course, for those of us in the Midwest, we're looking at bad weather. A blizzard here where I live in Mankato that could interfere with getting around for Christmas and even my daughter arriving, or maybe has to change plans. We don't know yet. Always challenges at Christmas, especially when you live up north and we deal with cold and snow, right? So I hope that you have wonderful Christmas plans made. And as a matter of fact, I would love to see what your Christmas plans are. So would you write in the comments what your Christmas plans are you going away? Are you staying home? Is it just you? Are you having a house full of company? I want to know. So tell me all about it. Also, do share hot news. If you've had a good week in sales that you want to crow about, we certainly want to hear about it. And this is the time of year when so many things are going on for sure. And for a lot of you, you know what? It's going to go clear up to Christmas. Hi, Nikki. And it's an exciting time. For others of you, maybe you have shut it down, except to take care of those really desperation orders for your customers. But maybe you're busy baking and getting ready for family. I know, believe it or not, several members of our unit are grandmothers and have busy family households to get ready for. So I'm really excited to hear what's going on with your Christmas. So be sure and tell me what's going on. And we're going to share some ideas tonight about end of the year things we all need to know. Plus, I have a really fun idea that I can't wait to share with you. So, Nikki, let me know what you're doing for Christmas. I want to know. And any other hot news you have, we want to know that too. So, this is typically when we start to wrap up all of our business type things that we need to do. This isn't the most fun part of Mary Kay. We like the people part, but the business part of it has to be done too, especially if you want to finish your taxes adequately. So the first thing you do, oh, hi, Betty. Great. All right. Laying low with family, Nikki. I love it. That's always fun. That's always fun. It's all about family, I think. So if you're lucky enough to be able to get with family for Christmas, it's the greatest, isn't it? But I know in the last couple of years, we've had Christmas where we just stayed home. It was Chuck and I during COVID. And as our family gets older and bigger, and we have to be flexible. So Christmas can be just about anything you want. I think the bottom line is to make it be happy and to remember the reason for the season, don't you? So Betty, what are you doing? What are you doing for Christmas this year? So getting back, and I'll jump back and forth to your comments because I do want to hear. So getting back to tax things and getting ready to wrap up your Mary Kay business part. First thing you want to do is, as of December 31st, you want to tabulate your inventory. And this can be really easy. Some of you probably have a running count all year long. I have a program called Boulevard. And if you're interested in getting such a program, you can go to mainstreetsoftware.com and you can investigate getting that program. Maybe it's a special treat for your business. I love Boulevard. It absolutely tabulates my inventory for me. It takes care of my sales for me. And so at the end of the year, I print out like 8 reports. And basically, my taxes are done within 15 minutes. Very little work, and it just tabulates everything I need to know. So if you're looking for something to make your business simpler and you are working for a full-time business, I definitely would recommend it. I'm not real familiar with my customers, but they might have similar, maybe some of you know, if they tabulate your inventory for you. That means you have to enter it all in. Yes, Betty, your Christmas is all up in the air. Yes, it does get that way, doesn't it? Okay, so if you don't have one of those ways of having your inventory be tabulated, and I would recommend getting a program over spending lots of time developing spreadsheets and all that stuff. It's just really easy if you have it in a program that's meant for Mary Kay and can do your invoices and everything. That's so super. And I know my customers does some of that. So, and it's free. So do check it out. I'm not really good at telling you about it because I've never used it. So if any of you are familiar with my customers, let me know and do comment about that. But the easiest way I know if you do not have a program that tabulates is to go to InTouch, just like you're making an order. And as you count your product, for example, count all of your 4-in-1 cleansers, no matter whether they're combination to oily or normal to dry. Count them all. And oh, look who's joining us. Yay, Dawn. We're just talking about tabulating inventory.
Oh.
And maybe you can help me out in a minute. I'll tell you what I want to know. But for example, eyeshadows, count them all, no matter what the color, just lump them in. And then if you're in InTouch, then let's say you have 20, 40 eyeshadows, whatever you have. Just put that number in, just like you're doing an order. Just put 40 by one of the eyeshadows, doesn't matter what color. And keep tabulating your whole inventory that way. If you've got things that are obsolete, that are no longer current, you can write them off, or you can put them in a big basket of giveaways, a temptation basket, but you probably don't want to count them in your inventory. So once you have that done, then you are going to total your order, and it'll have the sales tax you paid and everything. And then once you have that printed out, and then delete your order so that you don't accidentally place an order for your whole inventory. Wouldn't that be awful? So have it tabulated and then delete it. But that's a really easy way and very accurate to tabulate your inventory. What I was talking about, Dawn, right before you got on, and welcome, by the way, dear. I know you were doing Santa things.
I was, and we needed to get it done before the storm hit. So tonight was the night. So thank you for allowing me to be late.
Oh, no problem. There's a lot of people scurrying about trying to beat the storm. And are you getting a blizzard down there, Dawn? And we're right in the blizzard area.
We don't have blizzard warnings yet, but they're talking about 2 full days of 40-mile-per-hour winds after 5 to 10 inches of snow. So it's not going to be good.
No, not going to be good. So we can do a blizzard sale, right?
Oh, yeah. I've got mine planned.
Yeah, you know it. But here's my question for you, Dawn. Have you ever used My Customers in InTouch?
Yes.
Do they do the same things that Boulevard does? I know they print out invoices. Do they tabulate inventory? Can you enter your inventory and then print out a report at the end of the year?
I don't know if you can print out a report. I do know that there was a place to do inventory, to put in like your bill tos, and then but it only worked if you used the app to invoice, because then when you invoiced, then it would take that out of your inventory. But
Right.
I don't currently use it just because I have so much inventory that goes in and out of my house. And I literally do not have time to sit on an app and figure out how to invoice, because it's so much faster for me to write it. And then I have it in front of me, what I need to reorder back in. But the app, for those of techie folks out there, and I know there's some of you out there, it is a really handy tool. You're just going to have to spend some time playing around with it and getting your build tos and your inventory entered. But it's a nice tool.
It is a nice tool. And if you want something specifically designed that goes a little deeper into it, but it links with InTouch, that would be Boulevard or Main Street Software.com. Check it out if you're interested. I've had it for years. I know some of our unit has it too and loves it. Okay, so that's the first thing you're going to do before as the end of the year approaches on December 31st. Don't forget. Then you're going to take your automobile's odometer reading as of December 31st. Some of us use mileage, and some people just say, oh, I use my car about 80% for Mary Kay or 20% for Mary Kay, and they take the percentage. You choose what you want to do. The nice thing about having a Mary Kay car, as my accountant tells me, is he says, there's no reason you don't deduct 100% of your car. So I do. He said, whenever you get in that, you are Mary Kay. Mm-hmm. So he talked me into doing 100%. So that's another reason, ladies, to win a car. I should say earn a car, right? Right.
I mean,
you know it there. So be sure and take that so that you know how many miles you drove during the year. Or if you do use the percentage rule, again, you want to back it up with your mileage anyway. Just, I went here, I went there from your date book. Make sure your business receipts are organized. And of course, as we teach in new consultant business training, if you have an envelope for every month of the year and you put your income and receipts in those envelopes, hunky-dory, you're ahead of the game. You look very organized, and you are very organized. And then on the outside of the envelope, you can write down the amounts if you want to. That's a really old school way, but guess what? It's all in one place, and it works. So let's say that you have a column for postage, and you have a column for, what else would it be, Dawn? Business supplies. And you're writing down from your receipts there, and you can total it at the end of the month. And then at the end of the year, you've got your totals just from each month. So if you're really, and it's so old school and so simple. Mm-hmm. I like that one. That's what Mary Kay taught, and it works really well. Again, if you have a program like Boulevard, it's going to do that for you. So keep that in mind as well.
For you techie folks, there's an app out there. I don't currently use it, but there's an app out there where you can take pictures of your receipts, and it categorize. You can create your categories. So like, let's say you're buying cotton balls. Okay. So you can categorize that as party supplies or whatever category you put on that when you purchase that. And then you just click on the category after you take the picture, and it like zooms it right over to that expense. So it's pretty slick. I haven't tried using it because, again, I just chuck my receipts in a folder. Instead of using an envelope, I use a folder, and everything goes in my folder. The front is income, and the back, I have a two-sided folder. The front is income, the back is expenses. And for me, that's just the easiest for me to do it. But there's so many different tools out there to help. So pick what works best for you. And if you're techie, those apps, they're pretty easy to use, and a lot of people who use them love them. So
I guess the important thing is find something that works for you.
Yep.
But I would say don't wait until the end of the year and have this shoebox full of receipts and try and sort them out. That's just not a very boss babe thing to do, right?
Yeah, and that's difficult because what if you miss something? Like if you order something from Amazon and you didn't print it off, well, you're going to notice that as you go through your bookwork monthly, being like, wait a minute, I just spent $100 on a new filing system. Mm-hmm. What happened to, whatever it is you're doing. And you'll notice that right away each month as you're chucking your receipts into an envelope for that month. So kind of keep that in mind too. You've got to print off those receipts off of Amazon and Walmart or wherever you shop online for your business. You've got to print those off too. So don't forget to do that.
Yeah. Keep track of as much as you can. And if you're in doubt, put it in there. You can always ask about it at the end of the year with your accountant. And I do recommend getting someone to help with taxes if you can, because it really, in the long haul, will save you money. All right. Be sure and tally up those items that you use as gift or demo items. I just have a sales ticket in my Boulevard program, but you can literally do it on a sales ticket that's labeled demo. And I just keep adding to it all year long and keep stapling them together if you need to do old school, or gifts. If you're doing your weekly accomplishment sheets, you can put that in there and it will again tabulate that for you on your weekly accomplishment sheet, right? To the company. Let's see what else. This is a great time of the year to thank your customers for their support. Just send out some texts and let them know, business goes where it's valued, and be sure that your customers know that their business is valued. And so you could send out an e-card or something like that. And you can go in to InTouch and send out e-cards to your customers. And they're so sharp and so pretty. And there is a Christmas one, I believe, for customers. So keep that in mind. You have to enter your customers in. It takes a little bit of time. But once you got it going, every time you get new customers, you just keep adding them to your list. And they can get these personalized e-cards from you. I love it. I think it's so great. Let's see. And then the last thing you want to do before the end of the year is get your January set up. Have some facials on the books, and you might even start with New Year's Eve looks, New Year's Eve facials, and then there's the New Year, New You. And that's a really great way to start the year. Probably one of the most successful January booking tools we have. And now I want to share with you just a brainstorm that I had. And I'm really excited about this. Let me see, Dawn, if I think I can bring these up. Let me
I have them ready.
Do you have them ready? All right. Can you bring up the gray quote first, Dawn?
The gray quote.
Well, the quote one.
Oh, yep, there it is. Just give me a sec.
Okay. I read this on Facebook from one of my customers. There. All right. We'll bring it up for you guys. And it really got me thinking. It just hit me. And it goes, the closest I get to a spa day is when I'm draining pasta and the steam smacks me in the face. Don't you love it? I think there's a lot of people who probably feel that way. A lot of moms. Whoop. How do I get this off of here, Dawn?
Oh, I'll stop share.
You stop it. So it got me thinking. Think of all the moms out there who are working hard all year long, and the closest they come to a spa day is when they drain their pasta and the steam smacks them in the face. So I thought, why not? What would happen if we did a spa day for our friends, coworkers, customers? And you could do a whole bunch of these in January. Probably a Saturday morning, I thought would make a really great time for a spa day, or a Sunday afternoon. It really only takes a little over an hour. And so let me tell you what I came up with. And I think, Dawn, you've got the invite to the spa day that we could send out or text out to people that you're wanting. Here it is. And this says, come for a spa day. Spend an hour with me for a New Year, New You pampering. We'll start with facial peel pampering and light makeup finish, plus a foot spa with a velvet finish. And then you put in, you can personalize your own with your date, time, and your phone number to RSVP. And then, it shows here a little spa girl holding a glass of champagne or sparkling wine. And I think serving something like sparkling wine and some like shortbread cookies. I have a recipe for lemon lemon roseberry shortbread cookies that I'd like to share that I think would be so perfect for a thing like this, along with the sparkling wine. And if somebody wasn't a wine drinker or doesn't drink alcohol, you can go out and buy those sparkling grape juices that are really, and they're good and they're pretty. But how it would be just like going to a day at the spa. So think about that, gals. How would you feel if you went and you were totally going to be pampered? And when you got there, you're going to do the facial peel. While the facial peel is working, you're going to do a Tootsie treat on their feet. And when that's done, you're going to finish their look with just, some CC cream, some silky setting powder, and just a real simple glamour look so that they're not there all day, but they look good. And then when they're done, you give them a set sheet that they can circle what they bought. And if they buy over $100, they get this free. If they buy $150, they get this. If they buy $200, they get this. And guess what? I worked all morning on this. I've got instructions and I've got a set sheet that I will send out to you as well. And what if they got, just for coming, in addition, I don't know about you, but I love a glass of wine and a treat. So I would so come for the sparkling wine and the treat. Mm-hmm. I would so be there because it's a girl thing with my friends. They could bring a friend. And you decide how many people you're going to do. I wouldn't do tons of people, even though you could do more. I would do 6 max.
Yeah.
And when you run through your first 6 that have RSVP'd, they're coming, set another date and book another 6. Just keep on going. Mm-hmm. Because usually those of you who like to camp in the summer, you're probably going to be home in January. So we spend a lot more time at home in January. So we probably have Saturday mornings that we can book. And why not? But what would happen if you offered them a fuzzy headband for coming and they get to wear it that day? And, these are really inexpensive. You can order 10 fuzzy headbands in Amazon for about $12. So for a little over $1, and they get their fuzzy headband, they're going to feel so pampered when they come. I think the whole key is maybe doing a little video to your customer group and romancing your day at the spa. And who wants to come and who wants to celebrate the new year with you for an hour and having sparkling wine or grape juice, a spa treat, which could be your lemon raspberry shortbread. And again, I'll get that recipe typed up and out to you, along with all of your support information, the invite that you just saw, the instructions, and the set sheet. Remembering that a lot of women have never been to a spa. How many of you have been to a spa? Comment yes if you have. I used to treat myself all the time. I haven't done it recently, but I would pick a neat pampering thing that I'd never done before, like a rosemary body wrap, or, do these kinds of things that were just fun, body exfoliation, facial peels before we got them, just a plain old facial. And I always felt so special. No, Betty is not. Well, Betty, then you can be your own best customer at your facial spa day. So honestly, if you're excited about this and you think it's fun and you're going to make it fun, let's say that you don't like to bake, but you would like to have the rosemary lemon cookies. Well, who do you know that loves to make things like that? And your shortbread is so delicate and so beautiful, and it would be so good with the sparkling wine. So that's my idea for you for January. And I just bet if you get on and promote this to your customers coming up in January, be the first to say you want to come, and then you set your date, or rather, even better, how about if you give them a choice of 2 dates? Which one would work for you? Isn't that what Mary Kay always taught? I'm doing it on January thus or thus. Which Saturday would work the best for you? And she says, well, I would do this Saturday because it's easier to make a choice of this or this than to poke and hope, right? So I challenge you. We want to know if you're doing it, how it's going, and watch for the tools to come across that you need. That they'll come in the form of a PDF for your materials, and the invite will come in a picture form. So we'll get those out to you tomorrow. And Dawn, before we go, anything that you want to add? I know you came in a little late, but I hadn't covered all that much before you got here.
No, I would buy all the headbands. Get your headbands, you guys, and don't do just 10, buy 20. And then take 12 of them and hold them up, and then let them sprinkle on your video. Let them sprinkle down. You can pick one of these for free, and I only have 12. So the first 12, okay, you only have 12 right in front of you. So it's not a complete and total lie. So you can say, I only have 12, the first 12, the book. And then guess what? You have more that are like over there, right? So you can do that again. Oh, look, I got 6 more, you guys. Who's the next 6 that are going to come? You know, so have fun with it, you guys. I love the headband idea. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to offer the headband for a spa day. So it's going to be fun. I'm going to pick out my dates, and
it is fun because, you know, if you do a day at the spa, and I have done this, so I'll tell you what to expect. They do serve champagne, and then they serve a light lunch. I've seen things like the shortbread. I've seen cucumber sandwiches, you know, things that are really just light and fun, and that would go well with the sparkling grape juice or sparkling wine. And of course, you get your own robe. We won't be able to do that, but you know, at least to me, this takes the place of the robe. This is, you know, soft and fuzzy and pampering. Looks like a spa, doesn't it? Like something you'd wear. And so, yeah, I love this too. And I think that this could replicate what the spas do when you go. And I don't know if you know what a day at the spa costs. I don't even know because I haven't gone for so long, but it's hundreds of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So you're doing it for free and for your pampering. And I have a feeling that people will buy a lot, because when you go through those products, it's easy, very easy to buy over 200 before they know it, because they're going to want everything you're putting on their face.
Yeah, they're going to feel good. They're going to be relaxed. They're going to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And women need pampering. When was the last time you pampered yourself? Huh? Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
We need it. And people really need it after the holidays. And here's the good news. They don't already have to be a Mary Kay customer to come, because they will be getting a mini facial. So they will learn, you know, how to use basic skincare and how to use basic glamour. And they'll get that feet treat. Oh, love it. You might want to do it to yourself once you get the instructions, just to feel good. Have your buddies over and let them do it with you so you can practice and have fun.
You know, that's chicken booking. Hey, Carolyn, I have this new party I'm going to do and I need to practice. Can I borrow you for a couple hours or an hour? I'll give you some champagne and a free headband.
I'll be there.
See? Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be way fun. So get excited about it, gals. I hope you'll do it, because I'm going to do it in January now that I'm not having my knee surgery. It had to be delayed because of the long COVID, but you know, so I've got January now that I can work, and I'm excited about it. And guess what? This is our last time together before Christmas. So you guys, Merry Christmas. We love you. We're so blessed. We're so blessed. I'm so blessed to have you, Dawn, and everybody that joins us. We're just so appreciative that you take the time out of your busy schedule to be in the Pink Bubble each week. And we will not be having a Takeoff Tuesday next week. A lot of you will be finishing up from Christmas or still Christmasing. So that's okay. You deserve that time, and you can use it for booking your spa days. Yay! So Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a great one. No matter what we end up doing with the winter, I always decided it's going to be a great Christmas. If I just end up watching The Grinch, I'm happy.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
So goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.